Hey guys, Stephen Gilbert here on behalf of the Postmasters Board, and today we're going to be covering a strategy for promotion that maybe doesn't require as much time or effort as uh, a 3 or 4 day promotion, but still provides pretty decent results, all things considered. So, if you remember in the pre-promotion video, the strategies kind of revolve around putting up a review video and emailing them 3 days out, right? 3 or 4 days out, like emailing once a day, uh, each day until it launches, and just getting consistent, steady results that way. But sometimes you maybe don't find out about a launch, or maybe don't notice one until it's like a day before, right? And so you got to wonder, okay, what strategy can I use to maximize my exposure while also providing great results to the partner that we're promoting for? And this has been one of my go-tos in these situations, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works as well as show you the results. So in this case study, we didn't have much time to basically warm up our list, right? So we had to take kind of a fast, multi-angle approach where we email them 3 times over like 15 or 16 hours leading up to the launch of the product. And usually this is like a last resort. Like if you're like, well, I guess I could send it out. I haven't sent anything out in a while. I normally won't do this where it's so fast back to back to back, but it is okay to do it, maybe once a month or once every 2 months, because hey, you can make the excuse that if it's a good product, your list needs to know about it, and you just missed it, whatever. But there's always you always need to have different strategies in your arsenal that you can pull from, and this one is a great one to use when you don't have much time. So we start off with the basic headline of the product, which is it's basically an arbitrage product that I thought would be really useful for my list. And the main angle I decided to use was going to be the benefit and the headline of of the product, which is that $750 to $1,000 a month. So in this, I sent it out at 2 a.m., which is about 12 hours, 13 hours from the time that it goes live, and said, "Hey guys," and then kind of just told a story, which is all true, and then led into a review video, just a standard video. If you don't know how to make that, you can see the review video creation guide that I made in the pinned post on the board. And I just kind of hit on this, okay? I hit on this angle in the title and worked my way through it. And just sell. We include 2 links to the review video and then a buy button. Since it's already going to go live in a couple hours, I go ahead and include that first buy button. And go ahead and give them a link to start getting cookied, or a reference point if they are sold and already decide to pick it up. So we pick one angle, we write an email, and we mail it out. That's at 2 a.m. Then 9 hours later, I pick another angle, which this just happened to fit perfectly for the product, and mail it out at 11 a.m. Now, unfortunately, it didn't get as much opens or traction as the first email. As you can see here, we got almost 800 opens on the first email because it's a pretty good title, and then 370 clicks. So not really bad. It's like over 50% click through after the opens. Not too shabby. But then you see this one didn't do as well, so I could have probably done this email better. But my angle for this one was a completely separate angle, because I wanted to convince them that this is a great product and there are more than one reasons to get this other than just the money. And as you can see, we have another email here. I include this, the review video, and then another link for them to use. I say it goes live in 3 hours. I'm giving you a heads up now so you can snag the early bird deal. Okay, that's my excuse for peppering them. And when you do that, that keeps unsubscribes relatively low. One thing I did notice from this is that I was trying to get them to be engaged, but they actually weren't. So that was interesting. They weren't engaged at the blog. They didn't really ask that many questions. I had 2 questions, but still pretty consistent results. So let's look at the unsubscribes here. You can see 6 unsubscribes from my first email. They weren't too bothered by that. Then on my second one, 10. So it was a little worse, probably because of the cheesy angle I chose. It didn't quite work out, as you can see of my results. But on the third email, which you send out when it goes live, so again, you send one 12 to 15 hours before, one 2 to 3 hours before, and one when it's live. And strangely enough, this email only got 4 unsubscribes, even though this one got 10. So it was clearly the angle and not the fact that I was emailing them over and over. Little less opens. Probably attribute that to the time of day that I mailed it out. Let's see, 2:05. Yeah, I mean, that's mid-afternoon. That could explain it. I usually get better opens mailing after midnight. A little pro tip for you guys. And then it did all right. Not as many opens as I was hoping, so I decided to remail again and ended up getting just a few more. Went back to the original title because it worked so well the first time, but you can see at what cost. So the several lessons to be learned out of this, and we'll get to the results in a second, are that you can do it, but you have to do it right. And, if I had to go back and choose, I probably would have stuck with a different version of this angle for the second one, and then just rewritten a new email that says new things, but based on the same angle, or just choosing a better angle in general and not get 2 WSOs for one, because who even sells WSOs anymore? That was just stupid on my part. And then see, they weren't that upset about this, which I find that interesting. 4 unsubscribes, but then because I sent it out again, because I thought it might have been AWeber in my naivety, because I'm silly, I got punished hard for it. So usually in this strategy, what I would do would be to remail the unopens of the live email, but I was a little tired that day and just made a silly decision. Nonetheless, it still got great results. The product was stupidly simple arbitrage. I was able to send 700 hops and 85 sales, front-end sales, for a total of $750 in front-end revenue. Let's see if we can find more down here, with another 200 in OTO sales and 135 there. So about, let's see. Sorry, didn't mean to have the wrong one pulled up. So about 746, 900, 1100. So about $1,200 off that campaign. But like I said, it cost me 36 unsubscribes. So iffy campaign, could have gone better. On average, it wouldn't cost me that much. Probably cost me 20, 25 at most, which over 4 emails is not that bad. Could have done a little better, but as you can see, it's still a viable strategy. Still got 12% conversions. That can be higher, depending on the copy and how strong the copy is, and things like that. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. But again, you mail out 12 to 15 hours before, 2 to 3 hours before, and then when it goes live, and then mail the unopens. You can do 2 angles, but make sure the second one doesn't suck, because you get crappy results. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this strategy. The next video we'll be talking about titles and more exciting things like that, as well as what you can do when you want to promote trials. Yeah, trial offers. So look forward to that, and I look forward to your feedback and talking with all of you more soon. Hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.